Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different from my usual content, and that's not really language related, but I do hope you guys enjoy it anyway, because I have been really wanting to make this video for a long time now. This video is basically going to be a flip through a journal I filled up during 2020. As you can probably see from the title, this is going to be part 1 of 2, as I have 2 journals, and there was about 40 minutes of footage. And you know, I didn't want to make this video 40 minutes long, so stay tuned for the next part. So I should probably tell you what is even in the journal. I don't really have a name for it. The first journal can probably be considered to be like a J-pop / K-pop journal, but I was also making like bullet journal spreads in there as well. There was like no coherent direction, but I was having a lot of fun. And some of you may be wondering, you know, what is K-pop journaling? So basically people make spreads in a journal and use like drawings and pictures and cute designs to talk about like their favorite K-pop artists. It's like kind of like another form of fan posting, but with a creative twist. You'll see when I open the journal that I started it in January of 2020, therefore before the pandemic, but I only really started to make lots of spreads during the first lockdown when there was basically nothing to do. I would upload my spreads onto Instagram, and I found a really cool and supportive journaling community there, which helped me through the isolation of the pandemic. I also managed to gain the attention of some of my favourite J-pop artists through my accounts, which was like a highlight during those times. So I left a blank page here. This is my first spread. It was on a Japanese artist called Eve. You'll see that I started to journal in Japanese, and it basically just has a basic description of him and a list of my favourite songs from him. My next spread is on Yonezu Kenshi, which is another Japanese artist. Again, I really love his work. This spread I really liked. It's on a Japanese group called Banana Lemon. This spread actually got the attention of one of the members. It was liked by Nadia from Banana Lemon, and I really like the way this turned out. As you can see, it's just kind of a profile of each of the members. It took me forever to find all the screenshots for these, by the way. This is for a new group that actually just debuted when I made this spread, called Gein wa Jibun ni Aru. This spread is on chatty. This is an artist I've been listening to for a long time. I wouldn't say she's my top artist, but I definitely get nostalgic whenever I listen to her songs. This spread is on a group called Dice. Again, I don't really know much about them. I was just making a basic spread on their members. This spread is on Morning Musume, my favourite era of Morning Musume, which was the 2016-2017 era, which is all red and stuff. It was kind of just a collage of images. This is a spread on my favourite song at the time, Kokoro ni Ana ga Aita by Yorushika, A Hole in My Heart by Yorushika, and I really loved this song, and I printed out way too many pictures for it, and it was really, really ugly, so I ended up remaking this spread in my new journal. As you can see, it's literally just pictures stuck on a page, so I had to redo it. So this is a spread on a Japanese artist called Aime. As you can see, it's another one written completely in Japanese. I was just saying some of my thoughts about her, and just a basic info dump about her. Is on a Japanese group called songs, they make me feel really nostalgic because it's some of the first things I listened to when I started learning Japanese. This is a spread on Chanmina. I really like the way this one turned out. I remember I was super proud of it. But yeah, she's also a really good Japanese artist. She raps. This spread is on I'm not sure what they are, a group called Zuttomayo Nakade Ii Noni, or Zuttomayo. And I just wrote down some of the lyrics, and I also really like the way this one turned out with all the circles and the highlights and stuff. Next I have two very ugly spreads just on vocabulary in Japanese about J-pop and music. Next I have my first attempt at bullet journaling. This one was in March, as you can see, and I was trying to do some flowers and oil pastels, and it smudged all over the page because I was using oil pastels, but it looked nice. Next I have two spreads, one on a girl group called Juice Juice, and on the right I have a spread about Sayuri. Then I have this spread about Suzuki Airi, again an artist I don't actually know that much about, but yeah, I decided to just make a cute spread because I really liked her latest song, Break It Down. This spread is on an artist called Yayoi Daimon. I really love her music. She's a rapper, and you can see I wrote some basic information about her and also my thoughts. This post actually got her attention. She put me on her story, which I actually completely forgot about until I was looking through the screenshots. I don't know how I just completely forgot that one of my favorite artists just put me on her story. I was really gassed when that happened. This is a kind of private post about one of my friends who was sick. Then I have two posts here. I have one about Jisoo on the right and one about one of the members of Gang Wajibuni Yaru. I literally don't even remember his name right now. They're really fun to make, especially like the sort of brown paper in the Jisoo spread. BTS, the Love Yourself era, which is probably one of my favorites eras. This is one about Twice. This is just a photo shoot that I really liked from them. This was a post about Fakie, which is another girl group, Japanese girl group that I really like. It has 5 members, and you can see I wrote them all down. Just a little description. Pages from a book, and another one that's a Lisa birthday post. This was my first collab that I did on my Instagram. It was a bias swap in Stray Kids, and it was with another Instagram account that did journaling stuff. I really like the way this one turned out, like the lettering both at the top and at the bottom there, and I think the colour scheme went really well. Here's a Mina birthday post and a birthday post about a member of DICE. Here is a post about Chaeyoung, who was my bias in Twice. I don't really have a bias anymore because I don't listen to Twice or even K-pop that much anymore. But here is an Airi Suzuki birthday post as well. Here's a spread about 7 Oops, which is another group that I don't really listen to that much, but I kind of like, and a Dahyun birthday post as well. Now this post was really nice. I really liked the way it turned out, and one of the members from the group, Taki, ended up liking it and commenting on it, which was really cool because she's actually my favorite member. I'm interrupting to say that for some unknown reason, some of the pages of my journal were torn out right here. I have absolutely no idea what happened. I know it wasn't me that did it because they're some of my favourite spreads, but it's been so long since I've looked at this first journal that I didn't even notice when filming this video that the pages were even gone. I only noticed when I was searching through my screenshots and checking my Instagram that there were some posts that I didn't see in the journal. It's a shame, but at least I still have some photos of the spreads that I got through my Instagram to show you. So here's what that post is supposed to look like. I don't know how I didn't notice that the whole bottom part was just missing. Here's the full spread, it's taken from my Instagram again. Here's the next page, is on Just Right by GOT7. Again, a song that I really liked back when I liked K-pop. I really like this page too, I don't know where it went. I used to do playlist spreads every month, so you can see this is my March playlist spread. It was mostly J-pop and K-pop. Spread that I did about our favourite video games or games in general. So I did Undertale and Moshi Monsters, and these two took a lot of effort and time because I was like drawing the characters and the hearts and stuff, but it was really fun to do, and I got to use those really cute mushroom stickers that I put all over the Moshi Monsters page. I've just been waiting for an opportunity to use them. This spread was just two random ones that I didn't know how to fill, so I put in some journal goals and some language goals. As you can see, I've achieved a lot of them and I've advanced a lot since then. This is a spread about a song from my favourite Japanese artist, Yorushika. It's called Itte or Say It. So back to the regular flip through. I have a post here about Taki's birthday, which she liked again. I don't know if they searched their own names or something, but yeah. This is a spread about Taehyung from BTS. It was really pretty. I really like the way I did the lettering. I used like silver highlights, which I'm going to try and show you here. It looks kind of white. And the other side is a spread about Jisoo from the Did It era, which is my favourite era. Then I have another kind of bullet journaling attempt where I wrote down like a bunch of stuff in Japanese about the week. That one was really cute, I found. And on the other side I have another spread about Eve, a Japanese artist. Here I have a spread about Letty from Banana Lemon, and a spread about Hatsune Miku. Here I have a spread about Blackpink on Vogue. This was just a photo shoot that I really liked and I decided to make a whole spread. I really like the way the lettering for Blackpink came out, it's really cute. I have a spread about my Japanese progress on the right, and I wrote it all in Japanese, and then I have another bullet journaling sort of attempt on the left. There's actually a picture of Jungkook under the April 13th to 19th. Here I have a spread about Bangtan with curly hair and Stray Kids. He was my favourite member of Stray Kids. Here's when online school started, so you can see I have the back to school thing. And on the left I also had my April playlist. Two spreads about my favourite J-pop and K-pop artists at the time. Here I have a spread about Call Me Baby by EXO, which is the first song I heard from them. And here I have another birthday spread about another member of Game Wajibini Aru that I can't read the name of. Spread. It's again about my favourite Japanese artist, Yorushika, and it's about each one of the albums and EPs that were out at the time. And as you can see, I wrote something about each one of them. I took a different coloured background. I did a little detail for each one, which I was really proud of. Now here was the remake of that song that I really loved from Yorushika. I made it look a lot better. I added the title in English, but I still wrote everything down in Japanese. I used a lot fewer pictures as well. Here is a spread about my hobbies, what I love to do, and here's just a random quote that I put on with a photo of Sayuri. Now here's a a spread about my favourite morning Musume era, and like I said before, it's the 2016-2017 era. And here's another post about Chanmina Doctor. So my favourite song from her, and I really like the warning tape on it. Now this spread was kind of just a random one because I had some pictures to use up. It's basically about my motivation to journal, which at this point, with online school starting and everything, it was kind of waning. I didn't really like to journal anymore. Here's another bullet journal attempt. This one is one of my favorites. I really like the lettering. Now on the right I have a sort of random spread that I made because I was bored. And on the left I have just my thoughts about Blackpink, again just using up photos from that photo shoot. Here I have my May playlist, continuing with the monthly playlisting, and on the top I have making polkos, which are small Polaroids. This is my favourite bullet journaling spread. I really had fun painting the flowers and had fun cutting them out and putting it all together. I think it looks really, really pretty. Here is another spread about motivation. Again, I was losing motivation not just for journaling but also in other aspects of my life, thanks to a certain global situation. Here is another bullet journaling attempt. This one is not that great. This is a spread about happiness that I kind of just made because I had some yellow photos that I wanted to use up. This is my June playlist, so I used some of the flowers that I didn't use in the bullet journaling thing. This is a double spread about How You Like That by Blackpink. I really like this song, even though I don't really like it that much anymore. At the time, I really, really liked it, and I made this double spread for it. If it was more artistic, I would have added a bit more onto the background, but this is just all I could do. This was a spread about language learning. It was just kind of basic. I had some purple photos to use up. And you can see now that I'm just completely journaling in English. This is a spread about one of my favourite Yorishika songs at the time again, Prostitution, Haru Hisagi. I really like the way this spread came out with the blue and red. Sorry if this is kind of repetitive, I just keep saying I kind of like this one, but yeah, you can see I'm definitely improving in my style. And this is another Yorishika song, Thought Crime. The music video is really pretty, by the way. This is a spread about the JOI song. Again, I don't really know this artist, I just kind of made the spread because I thought it would look good. And here is the final page in that journal. I'm just saying goodbye. So I have a bunch of random photos and also polkos in the back that I made out of card and pictures and stickers. That's one on Yari Daimon, Suzuki ID, and just